Peace, love, wholeness, family. Welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing this, that means this message is for you. So go ahead and receive it as it resonates. If it don't, just let it fly and keep it pushing, y'all. Let's get a message from the Most High. And see what needs to be illuminated at this time, here and now. I hope y'all are doing well, taking care of yourselves. I may cuss, I may cry, speaking first and second person. So if any of that bothers you, that means the message is not for you. Okay? Any hate and karmic energies determined to projecting their ill will towards me, my daughter, my family, our foundation, and my divine love chosen, you will reap exactly what you project into our energy. And you will receive the karma that you deserve. So just be mindful. Let's see what needs to be illuminated. Somebody's in this energy of watching you. Somebody could have a bit of social anxiety. Feel the fear and be brave. Dang, I didn't even grab nothing to drink. Somebody feel like you're a cutie pie. Somebody could have tried to spin a block on a karmic lover. And they feel like you're mesmerizing. There's a difference between lying and hiding and being out and open and authentic with your shit. Being vulnerable in your shadows. You're being guided to hold grace for yourself. Somebody's in an energy like, isn't she lovely? About you. Hold on real quick. Clarify. Clarify. Okay. Somebody could be heavily in the energy. Like somebody could be somebody could be in the energy letting their fear move them. But like moving from a place of like fear and anxiety and stuff. And And then like people from the past could know this about that person. And when you're in, you know, heavy anxiety or fear, you're more susceptible to spiritual attacks, divine love chosen. So people could be in your energy. You got to be mindful. You really got to learn the art of detachment. And you got to be mindful because people could be in that energy trying to play on your triggers, trying to play on your anxiety, trying to play on your fear. And if they're unable, they could be trying to play in your face, but if they're unable to play in your face, they could be in the energy of, you know, playing with magic and with ill will, okay, and sending you things to trigger your anxiety, to have you in that susceptible energy, to have you in that energy of feeling all of, you know, the low vibrational things, like feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you need to stay stuck where you are. I love you too, my baby. Go ahead and shut my door, please. Shut my door, baby. Go in your room.
Mommy, but my Abby and Abby's mom and my Emma and King is inside the room.
Okay. Well, get them and bring them in your room.
Mommy, my room don't have enough space.
Yes. Hold on. All right, y'all. Okay, you could be in this energy, honoring yourself, honoring your space. Okay, there could be a karmic in that energy who tried to, you know, gather people to attack you, but instead, whoever they tried to gather to attack you is attracted to you and repelled. How do I say not repelled? Repulsed by them, by the karmics, because they see right through them. Somebody could be in an energy watching you restore balance in your life. Okay. You're not, how do I say it? Let me see. Yeah. You're in this energy where you're grateful for where you are. You're in deep gratitude for where you are. And you're restoring balance. Your blessings overflow. Even with little to none, right? You're still in that energy of gratitude, and people's in that energy wondering, how the fuck is she doing it? Okay. Reaching higher heights. I want to get into my book, but I need to get the audio book back. I need to yeah, I want to listen to my audio book with it. Oh. Yeah. In this energy of being grounded, holding grace for yourself. Oh. Mm. All right, what needs to be illuminated in this energy, spirit, in the here and now? Yeah. Karmics want your attention so bad. Like, I'm hearing SpongeBob. This evil afoot. Okay, because this says enemy. Okay, distress and your energy. So be mindful. We'll clarify it soon. Trying to rob you of your joy, or trying to rob you of like prosperity. They want you to be in this scarcity mindset, but your connection with the Most High is otherworldly. Okay, so you're in this energy where you are in deep gratitude for what you have and the divine blessings and your supernatural abilities and connection with the divine Most High. Okay, we got death energy. It could be Scorpio energy. Somebody could also be in deep grief. I'm picking up an energy of like, I'm picking up hoe ass energy, okay? Karmic hoes, karmic wenches, or warlocks in the energy.
Mommy.
There could be somebody like becoming aware of, you know, the whole ass energy, right? And just discerning clearly between, you know, what that do to their life. Okay, I feel like somebody's in the energy. I'm hearing too. Somebody's in the energy robbing themselves of their own blessings by being in this whole ass energy. Real shit. I mean, because real divine lovers know, right? I'm hearing, you know, one of those podcasts where, you know, a bunch of people get together and just talk nonsense. But there's a difference between knowing your worth and then feeling like, you know, you should be in 15 different personal relationships. Just because I don't know how to explain it. It's more so like, explain it, spirit. It's more so like, you know how the girls will glorify having a roster and having all different types of hoes and stuff like that, and just having options and stuff, like mad different options. And oh, if you won't spoil me, you won't do this, I'll go to the next person, blah 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 blah, blah, because fuck love, we're not doing it for just love no more. And that energy doesn't reflect knowing your worth at all. Okay, that energy doesn't reflect knowing your worth at all, because when you really get into your energy work and your healing work, you really value and understand the importance of what you call it, preserving your energy and making sure that who you align with, how do I say, like your spiritual body, you value.
Mommy, I just.
Yeah. When you value yourself, when you truly value yourself, you wouldn't have to be so bored, right? To feel like, oh, okay, or bored or codependent to feel like, oh, okay. I know it's glorified in the social medias and stuff like that, but okay, so let me go entertain this person and this person and this person and this person, and oh, we gonna have sex here, and if you're not treating me right, oh, I'm gonna go have sex here, and if you're not treating me right, oh, I'm gonna go have sex here. Like, I get it, we all got options, but when when you're focused on yourself, you are focused on leveling yourself up. You are focused on learning new things. You are focused on really valuing your energy and preserving your energy to the point where you're not just for anybody. You're very picky and choosy, right? The energy you want to, the spiritual and the sacred loving that you mesh with people, right? Because if you mesh with too many different people, you end up being spiritually corrupt and confused. You end up being robbed, essentially. But somebody is in this energy where, they are they want to make right? They're on a good path, right? They're valuing themselves more than the energy of being devoted, right? Valuing themselves more and understanding that depth, right? Understanding what, having experience, and then understanding what that confusion and that ill will and those projections and the danger, essentially, of being too intertwined with too many different entities, okay? So somebody could be in the energy restoring balance from these karmic winches or warlocks. Yeah. And you could be in that energy too, right? You are honoring your truth. You are in the energy knowing, right, that you're a wifey energy, knowing that you're a hubby energy, and that not everybody values that, right? Not everybody values the divine blessings of being in that energy. Not everybody values, because they value the spirit. They value while we value the spiritual blessings and the deep divine blessings and the supernatural abilities of genuine love and being in devotion, with one lover, because we value ourselves and our energy. You understand that other people may not value that energy within themselves or within, other divine beings, because they value the material realm before the spiritual blessings and abundance. They rather, get materials and, whatever they can get, whatever they can gain type energy, instead of like understanding that through genuine loving, right, where two people are coming together, two people are, sacred, two people are making sacred loving. You understand, because of your connection with the Most High, that you're finna receive divine blessings, right? Spiritual abundance and divine blessings, right? how do I say it? Right. So you're in that energy, right? Yet you understand that you're not being moved by what's glorified in the media because they want you to sacrifice your divine blessings so that they could reward you with external blessings that lack a lot of love and spiritual growth and yeah. But those of us who are in wifey energy, those of us who, you know, are in hubby energy, even though we do got options, right? Those of us who are single, even though we do got options, yeah, you're honoring your truth, right? Your truth, the truth of your heart space. You could be yearning for your wifey or yearning for your hubby energy instead of being blinded by the illusions of, you know, being in this whole ass energy, okay? Because you could be, you know, you could get down with your wife. You could get it with your husband, okay? You could be in this, you could be a hoe for your wife or a hoe for your husband. Okay, just period, yeah. Because you love yourself. You value yourself, okay? You value your level up, your growth, your energy, your supernatural abilities in connection with the divine most high and spirit and mother nature. So yeah, you're in this energy, you're overcoming any type of rituals that these motherfuckers want to perform against you, any type of ill will, you're overcoming, you're triumphant over all of that, okay? And you could be, you know, healing financial wounds, and it could be hard. It could be hard, but through that wound, through that depth of those wounds, you are guided to receive more. And through detaching from these karmic energies that just drained you and only cared about the material realm and drained you of all that you had, yeah, in the energy of breaking free from those illusions and being guided to value your energy more so that you can attract greater abundance, okay, in the spiritual and in the physical, financial wealth. But there could be a lot of fear. There could be a lot of fear going on and being projected, and anxiety going on and being projected. Yeah, but don't be stubborn. Get ready. Okay? Get ready. Somebody could be feeling overwhelmed. You gotta, you're in this energy where you are letting down your pride so that you can show up in ways in which that you can share your gifts and receive abundance for doing so. Clarify this energy. What's going on? What's going on? Because, listen, we got divine union coming out, 10 of Cups. Like I said, because when I first seen that first layer, when I first seen these three, I'm like, okay, try me if you want to, okay? Try me if you want to. All right. Yeah, somebody could know that they're under heavy judgment because, or somebody could be reflecting on being in heavy judgment before betraying their hubby energy or their wifey energy. Okay, you can't be the one who initiate that betrayal and then feel some type of way when you get your feelings hurt. Okay, so somebody could have been in that energy, right? Betraying their own heart and then going towards somebody else. And then receiving, like, they're under divine judgment. Well, the whole relationship has, you know. But see, that's the thing. You've learned, you're in that energy learning that, right? Why it wouldn't work with other energies. Why it wouldn't work with other people that you may have had a strong connection with, right? Other people outside of your divine union, your divine loves. Because here's the thing. When you could have a big heart. You could love a lot, right? You could love easily. You could love a lot. But there's something sacred about a certain relationship in your life. Something spiritually out of your control. Something sacred about a certain relationship in your life that is unmatched by anybody else that you may have aligned with in love. And until you honor that, no matter who you align with, you're going to be seeing the same cycles, is what I'm saying. But I'm picking up too, there's a lot of misunderstandings as well because of lack of communication and vulnerability in communication. Ain't no relationship gonna work if there ain't, direct vulnerability, being able to go to those depths, right? Right. Somebody could be feeling confused about being under divine judgment because there was an energy of deceiving themselves and deceiving others, lying to themselves about how they truly feel, and lying to other people about how they truly feel. But I'm also picking up somebody who is growing from that energy, okay? It's like, I don't even want to be, like, doing, how do I say it? Because this energy is heavily on me, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to read too much into it, but at the same time, I gotta do what I gotta do to show up, right? In my truth. And my purpose, how I'm called to. So, the misunderstandings and the, it's just annoying to have to, yeah. Somebody's under divine judgment, but I feel like they're handling it. They're coming up out of denial. Okay? They're coming up out of denial and confusion and illusions. Who is this person? Show me clearly. Dang, yeah, so these cards definitely want to come out because I just seen these cards, but I had shuffled. Hold on. Yeah, it's only up from here, okay? Somebody, yeah, yeah. Because you notice people in the energy heavily pressed, like, about trying to interfere, trying to cause confusion, heavily depressed about High Priestess aligning with, you know, divine love. So, listen. Oh, God, time. Okay. Whatever has had to end was meant to. Okay. Learning to walk away and love people from a distance. Okay. Whatever, how do I say it? Whatever is starting anew, it's because it's meant to, right? Instead of running from your heart, you're in the energy of honoring your heart and your truth, okay? Instead of making a fool of yourself, you're in the energy of being in your truth, standing in your power, empowering yourself. There's certain energies that you are outgrowing. There's certain energies that you're just like, right? You're just exhausted with them. You're just outgrowing that energy. And you're unable to bear, bear fruitful rewards being in circumstances that it's not in alignment with your heart space, with your purpose, with your sacred mission, with your sacred love. Just period. And you got to honor that. And for yourself, not for anybody else, not for your divine love, not for your family, not for your friends, for yourself. Okay? Honoring your own energy. Nah, I'm not fucking with that. Nah, I don't, that energy, it don't really feel right. Nah, I gotta love you from a distance because, you know, we don't see eye to eye. We're not gonna force it to stick or force it to fit. Or how do I say it? Not even just eye to eye, but, all right, you don't gotta force it in a genuine love relationship. Or connection, right? You don't gotta fight all the time. It shouldn't be chaos all the time. Well, regardless of what kind of relationship it is, family, friends, or loves, right? There should be a genuine soul understanding, right, to your core, where you're able to swim through the undercurrents and be able to get through it, right? Soul to soul. Okay, and if it's not on that level, then it's not on that level, and you're in the energy of recognizing that for yourself. Okay, no, like really having boundaries for yourself and your own energy, because your spirit, your soul, you're just exhausted of dealing with that type of energy, right? You're ready to be in this energy of honoring your heart space. Okay, so that way you can be in flow with your higher purpose, so that way you can be yeah, we got the 6 of Pentacles. That's 6, right? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Empress. Yeah. Coming out of confusion and them illusions. Yeah. Growing up. Growing up. And learning from the past. Yeah, this just confirms what I was just saying. Okay, with the Hangman, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Coins. Right? Growing from that whole ass energy, right? Growing up from that because you're not truly fulfilled, right? You're not engaging in sacred loving, right? You are just limiting yourself or blocking your spiritual connection or emotional connection because of being in that energy of empty connections, right? Empty relationships. And when I say that, I'm speaking emotionally, spiritually. I'm not talking about financially and materially and what can we gain, da 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 da. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about relationships that are ego to ego. I'm talking about relationships that are spirit to spirit. Yeah. There's a lot of healing energy. See, here's my thing though. I'm not finna be in that energy of being hindered in my flow because of fears and projections of fears and anxiety and resistance and taking on that energy in my own personal life to where I'm unable to show up as I feel called to, unless, I feel called to rest, unless I feel called to, but I still am in the energy where I gotta do what I gotta do. And the resistance, the disconnection is only going to illuminate that energy here. So I'm doing the best that I can to not go off, okay? And to be mindful, all right? But it's only going to continue to be illuminated in my workspace, how I'm called to show up. But I don't want to keep talking about this energy. I don't want to keep getting into the depths of my personal relationships, right? But the more it's resisted, the more the lack of vulnerability, the lack of openness and realness or communication, the more that it's going to be illuminated in my energy, especially being on my energy. Okay? But I don't really care to how do I say it? How do I say it, Spirit? Like, hopefully you understand what I'm saying, Divine Love Chosen. Like, as psychic intuitives, you know, some of us on these platforms, you know, they be going hard and not really caring too much or too deep because, you know, they're going hard for the likability. They're going hard for the clout. They're going hard for, you know, the finances. But not me. I'm at my own flow and at my own pace. Because, number one, through this, you also have to face yourself outside of being this vulnerable. So I'm mindful in that way, but also because I don't care to try to be in this energy of exposing people and no, let me expose you and no, let me expose this and no, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm a vessel to read the energy of what's being illuminated in the here and now. And if I have to, because of, you know, ingenuine energy, ill-willed energy in my life, then that's what's going to come up. But the energy is being called to be moved around in a sense of to be genuinely moved around in a sense of real life vulnerability, in the sense of real life vulnerability, in the sense of, right, like taking heed to the calling, right? So that it doesn't have to consistently and persistently show up in this energy. Yesterday I didn't show up because it was a 6/6 portal and I needed, you know, I had stuff to do, and I needed a break. But I'm picking up like this energy keeps popping up, right? Because it's being called in real life, in the physical realm, to be alchemized, so that it doesn't have to be read, right, through these medias. But there's definitely, you know, karmic family in the background trying to go to any lengths to change the minds of these divine lovers. Purpose, right? In this devil energy, you know, wanting to, you know, bribe them, or, you know, trying to find any and every extreme, or go into any and every extreme in length to try to bribe them, or go to, you know, the any and every length to stop their sacred mission. Okay, I'm picking up on karmic family, karmic parents, and that energy. You know, trying to be in this woe is me energy. Oh, I'll give you this amount of money. Oh, I'll make you an emperor again. Oh, I'll put you in this nine of pentacles energy. Oh, my back. Oh, this. Oh, like, you know, especially for my empathetic divine love chosen, we usually, you know, our karmic families usually is always talking about their health, right? What's going wrong with them, right? They want to put you in this guilt energy. They want to put you in this, you know, oh, I gotta be, or how do I say it? Yeah, they want to put you in this Nine of Swords energy, overthinking, right? Anxiety, stress, worried, you know, afraid, to, you know, move forward in your life or take new risks in your life. Afraid of, you know, where you're called spiritually. And it could be in the energy going, not yet, going to any and every extremes. Okay, baby.
Well, can I still yoga right now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And trying to go to any and every extreme to stop that energy. Okay. But yeah, I've been picking up on this same energy in my last couple of reads. I actually did do a reading yesterday, but I was like, Spirit was like, nah, don't post it, because it was, you know, it was the same energy that I've been getting. Ooh. That I'm tired of reading, because here's my thing. In my personal relationships, I don't like everybody all up in my motherfucking business, okay? It may be the Capricorn in me, Capricorn rising. I don't need everybody all up in my motherfucking business, okay? The details of what I got going on or what we got going on. But either way it go, I hope this helps, Divine Love Chosen. I hope it right. Ooh, my bad. Let me get some of these. And my baby want me to call her. Drum, dream and journey, your journey. Gratitude. Traveler, move in a new direction. Honor your inner knowing. Seer. Oh, that one wants to pop out as well. Seer. See beyond the current situation. And then this one wanted to pop out as well. Oracle. Waiting for important information. Wait for important information. Okay. Yeah. And then I split the deck on Father Sky. Trust in the unknown. I split the deck on Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Just period. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. Let me go get my baby. I hope that helps. Hope it resonates. If it do, be sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Help us reach more Divine Love Chosen. If you feel called to donate to my business, my Cash App is below. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.